Hello again, football fans. Welcome to the Week 10 update of the WGFP. I'm your host, Daniel Vines, here to tell you all the fun that we had last week watching some of those great games that I think at least some of us enjoyed. Some of us not so much, either as viewers or as football pool participants. So I kind of fell in that category. There was a great game out in Texas where A&M looking to pick up a win. Didn't happen. Gators ate them for lunch, and enjoyed every bite. It was just brutal. Georgia Tech and Virginia Tech for the big battle, and it was close. It really was, but Tech did pull it out by one. In fact, there were a lot of close games last week. One of them, not really being the Clemson Notre Dame game, where Clemson, in their undefeated quest to try to make a return trip to the playoffs, got beat pretty badly by the Fighting Irish. So that dashing their hopes for the season. But speaking of dashed hopes, there's a lot of Bama fans out there, and it was a tough week in the Bayou, where LSU played a solid game. Alabama just could not put it together, and clearly Bryce Young is still hurt. Might have been better to have gone with our second string on that one and just giving him another chance to get some experience, because poor Bryce, if he's not feeling better soon, they should consider making a change on the weeks ahead. Clash of the Titans didn't happen. Poor old Tennessee goes to Athens, gets just humiliated. It was just not even that close at any point, honestly. But they tucked their tails between their legs, went back to Knoxville, and don't know that anybody really hated to see them go. Although once again, there's a lot of dog fans out there that are pretty excited on the remainder of the season. So we'll be cheering along with you. So let's see what that did to our scores for the week. Well, it was a pretty fun little setup. Luke came through strong with 10 wins and 3 losses to be the winner of the week, followed by Beth Ann, Abby, and Andy. There was I think some good picking on that one that really led into that. He was the only one with 10 wins. You know, most weeks several people will have the same number of wins, sometimes even more wins, but they didn't pick quite the right confidence level. Well, Luke did both this week, and it really paid off. As for how that impacts the season, well, I think we'll have a return to some normalcy here with Mindy, Nancy, Matthew, Andy, and then back in his familiar role, Lowell in the number 1 spot. With only about 4 weeks or so left in the season, I think that if you're looking to see some changes there, I think we saw how a really good week can have an impact. So although Lowell's pretty comfortable, he's not that comfortable. There's a lot of things that can happen, at least at the top. Apparently the loser board seems to unfortunately be closer to being set at this point. Coming up from the bottom, Beth Ann, Alex, Rick, Lewis, and then you know who. That's enough of that. Let's talk about in the week ahead. We've got some fantastic games coming up for you. I think you'll be really pleased with some of the picks on the upcoming. I mentioned a while ago, Bama's looking to rebound. We'll see if they can be healthy when they go into Ole Miss to face an Ole Miss team with their only loss having come to LSU. So they're looking still to potentially go to the SEC championship. First time since the championship was established in '92, so they're definitely hungry to go. But I think without a lot of tough games ahead, LSU hopefully can, or I expect will hold on, and they'll have a chance to go in and face Georgia. Some other fun ones though. I mentioned Georgia earlier. Going into Starkville, there'll be the unfriendly confines of Cowbell Kingdom. I'm telling you, they're going to actually have to show up and play, or Mississippi State will sneak up and beat them. Georgia should win, but they'll have to avoid the letdown. Bama certainly is going to try to do the same. Like I say, with the two big names going into the state of Mississippi this week. The Big Ten Tier 2 battle. This, I think, is going to be a lot of fun, where you've got a 5-4 Wisconsin versus 5-4 Iowa. It's a 1.5 line. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. There's a matchup of the upset special of the week. App State versus Marshall. They've been several teams' nemesis over the years when they go in as the cupcake and come away the victor. This year they're both again at 5-4, and with a 1-point line, I think that could be a real fun game. TCU has been trying to prove all season that they deserve to be at the top. They deserve to be at the top. Well, when they go into Austin this week, Sarkisian's going to look to give them their first defeat, and as I think a 7-point favorite, Texas I think is in a position to certainly send the Horny Toads back home. Meanwhile, down on the plains. So excited. You've got a 3-6 Auburn hosting a 3-6 Texas A&M. After seeing the Auburn coach fired a couple of weeks ago, I think this could be the week that we see the A&M coach fired, since we're looking at a 3-6 well-paid coach. So I'm not seeing that lasting too much longer. Anyway, hope everybody has a great weekend. Good luck on your picks, and we'll see you next week here on WGFP Update. Goodbye, everybody.